Hello everybody, welcome. Come on in and say hello. I am Dawn. This is Wreath Decor by Dawn. Tell me where you're watching from. We like to give you a nice warm welcome. Alright, so tonight I'm doing a couple of different things, hopefully, if time permits, and I don't run too long. I'm going to do probably 3 different projects with you. The first one is going to be this pumpkin. We're going to make a pumpkin, I guess you could call it a centerpiece. It's going to go on the candlestick. We're going to put a bow and some other goodies on top of it. So that'll be the first one. So I'm doing fillers for my my craft booth that I'm going to be doing next month. I'm doing a craft fair. Hello everybody. So I'm looking for things that are easy on the budget and that'll bring in the customers. So I want to have something other than my wreaths. So with this I want to do a black and white theme. So I've got a couple of different things here. I don't have a whole lot in black and white, but we're going to work with what I do have here. So I have this black and white scarecrow. I've got some black and white pumpkins, some plaid pumpkins, of course my ribbons. I have these little polka dot curls. I'm not sure if we'll use them or not, but I got them out anyway because whatever I had in black and white I wanted to make sure I pulled out. I've got, hey Lisa. I'm going to only use this half, obviously, because it's got the black and white bulbs. So what I did was I took the orange and the purple off, and I put the white ones on. I had some extras. You can get those at Hobby Lobby. They have them usually in the party section. And then I've got 2 curls here that didn't have the spider on it that we'll use. The spider's just wired on there. You can always take it off if you don't want to use it, which is what I did. I took it off. And then originally I was going to use this little guy. That's what started the theme for the black and white. Hello everybody, welcome. Oh, I'm so glad you got your order today. I hope you like it. So this is what I was going to use and put on here and then put the bow on there. But I don't know if I like that or if I like the scarecrow better. So I guess we'll wait until we get to the end and find out because I think it's going to end up being the scarecrow. So first thing I want to do is make a bow. So I've got my natural with my white pumpkins and the green leaves on here. And then I'm going to use a black Swiss dot. And then I have a white with the plaid edging, which will go with his little outfit and with my little pumpkin here. Hey Lee! Alright, so let's get started. Let me move some of this out of the way so y'all can see what I'm doing. Hopefully you can see. Yeah. Alright, so I don't want my tails to be too long, just long enough to touch the, of course this is going to be standing up on a pedestal, so it'll be, it won't be dragging on the table or anything like that. You got your needles today? Awesome! I hope you guys are liking them. Alright, so I think I'm going to do a 5-inch bow, because we're only using 3 ribbons. 5-inch should be plenty. And I'm using the Easy Bow Maker. You like the scarecrow better too? Yeah, I think I do too. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to do 4 loops with this one. 2 on each side. Maybe I'll do 3. I think I'll do 3. All at 5 inches. So I'm going to do 3 loops on each side. So maybe we'll do a 3, 2, 1. So how's everybody doing today? It's the first day of autumn. Are y'all ready for fall? I know a lot of people aren't. They don't like the... Hey Deb, how are you? Hands are doing great. Thanks for asking. They are doing awesome. I know there's a lot of people who are not ready for the cooler weather, but I sure am. I would rather have the cooler weather than the heat any day. I like summer. I just don't like the heat and humidity. And we've had a lot of it. We've had a lot of rain the last couple of days, but we need that. So I'm not going to complain about that. Hey, Nancy. Did you get your order, Nancy? Alright, so that is 3 loops on each side at 5 inches. Yeah, it's raining in Ohio. I know it's raining there. I'd heard about that. Of course, Susan lives up there, so yeah, I heard about, but I did hear about that on the radio. Fall and spring are my 2 favorite when it's cooler. The spring we get, just a little bit of spring without the heat and humidity. Make that one just a little bit longer. You did. Okay, good. I want to make sure you got them. But then the fall, we get a little bit more fall, cooler weathers in the fall before we go into winter, because our winter doesn't usually hit until like January, February. Yeah, so I like that weather. Alright, then I'm going to do my Swiss dot. And we're going to do 2 loops of that on each side. And that's going to be about 4.5 inches, just slightly less than the one before it. And this one is a 1.5. The pumpkin one is a 2.5. Yeah, you guys have had better weather in Texas too. Yeah, you guys have been hot for about as long as we have. Alright, so that's 2. '70s today. Yeah, ours was high 70s. Alright, so I love Swiss dot. It's probably one of my favorite ribbons. Any color, they all make me happy. And then we're going to finish it off with this white with the plaid sides. Hey Lillian, how are you? And this one we only have to do 1 loop. I'm going to have to get some more of this if they have it. This was the only roll they had at the time I went. And this one's going to be about 4 inches. Yeah, 4 inches there. Hello. Hey, Melanie. Make sure that one looks a little bit longer on that side. All right, got that done. Cut this off. Yeah, I saw that about Ohio. Susan was not happy about it. Alright, I'm going to take a zip tie. I'm using a black zip tie. It just helps me get a better grip on it. There's Susan now. So I'm going to get it tight enough to hold everything in place. Pull it off. I'm going to grab it on one side here. I'm going to move that zip tie into the center where that divot is that was left by those 2 pegs here. Give it a little tighten so that everything stays, but that I can still fluff it. I want to take another zip tie and put that on the back so that that's going to help me attach it to my pumpkin. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that and what I did with the pumpkin. If I can get this in here. there's a wrinkle in the ribbon and it's catching it. There it is. There we go. Oops, and I put it in backwards. There we go. Alright, so there's our bow. Now we're going to go ahead and tighten it and fluff it out. So this is a 3-2-1. That means 3 loops on the bottom with the one ribbon, 2 loops with the next, 1 loop on each side with the third. 3-2-1. It's probably the only one I know by name. The rest of them, couldn't tell you. If they have a name, I wouldn't know it. I just make the bow the way I like it. So I want all my tails going in the front here. And I want these out to the side. Thank you, Susan. There we go. Now I'm going to tighten it up. Yeah, making sure that my ribbon didn't move. Tighten that up. Use my pliers to get it extra tight. I just smashed everything I just fluffed out, but that's all right. Come on, there. Then we're going to cut this one off because we don't need this one. If y'all wouldn't mind sharing this tonight, I would really appreciate that. Let everyone know that we're or that you're watching. Maybe they'd like to come and join us. So if you have a craft show, Susan did some tonight in the design group for Hardworking Mom. She's a designer over there. And she showed some really cute things too. I was going to just do door hangers. I don't know, see, I didn't check that before I tightened it. Let me see if I can fix it. I was just going to do some door hangers for you tonight, but then I've thought about my pumpkin and decided I needed to do that, so why not? Alright, that's better. Now if I don't spend all my time working on these bows, I could probably get them all done tonight. Alright, so there it is. There's our bow. I'll dovetail it in a minute. I'm going to move this out of the way just for a second because we're going to be using that bow maker again. Thank you for sharing. We'll dovetail these in a second. Alright, so what I did with the pumpkin is this stem, I put a hole in it. First I started it with my ice pick here. And then I used my drill, and now I'm just going to widen it a little bit, not too much, so that my zip tie will go through it. So I'm going to take my zip tie. Where did I put the hole? There it is. See if it'll go through. Come on. Don't fight me. Don't fight me. There we go. Okay. It worked. I was so afraid it wasn't going to work when I got ready to do this. Alright, so what I should have done, and I was planning to do, was to put my stuff, some of my stuff into my bow, but here I went and did it anyway and forgot. So now we're going to add it after. Of course, I could always take the zip tie off and do it again. See, this is the stuff that takes me forever because I don't stop and think about what I'm doing. Alright, so we're going to get that nice and tight so that stays on. Now, if I were just to wrap it around the stem, that stem is so short, it probably would eventually come undone. I'd have to hit some glue or something on it. But this way, you know, just using my ice pick and making that hole in there, and it works just fine. These are foam pumpkins, so... Now, remember, the pumpkin is foam, so you can stick these things into the pumpkin as well. I do have my glue pot going. There it is. Might have to use my big bolt cutters for this. Alright, I'm going to cut this one a little bit long because I don't know yet how far I need to go. I want his legs going around the stem there underneath the bow. So I got to figure out where I'm going to put right there. Take my ice pick and make a little hole there. Hopefully it's big enough. Hello, Carol. How are you? This bow's going to get smashed a couple of times, so. Okay, that'll work. I'm going to get some glue on it. Without trying to get him in the glue, we'll put just a little bit on here. Oh, that was not smart. Just flung the glue onto my hand. Alright, there we go. Now I'm going to put this down in. I need my pliers to help push that down in there. There we go. That's what I wanted. This is going to go over here. There we go. Now, put him down in there. There. Now he's going to sit right. Let's pull his little legs out further. I was hoping his legs would stick out under the bow, but they're probably not long enough. Hey, Josh. I just noticed his hair straw is, he's got less on this side than he does on the other side. Oh well. It's alright. I guess I should have paid attention when I was buying it. Sorry, I've got glue stuck to the hair on my arms. Alright, so there's that part. Don't need these anymore. Alright, let's take this and cut it down to right here. I'm going to give it a little bend because it's going to have to go up underneath here. Well, I can cut it even, well, I can't cut it too much shorter or I'll lose that one. There we go. Right there, that's where it's going. Isn't that cute? Put some glue on this. Originally my intention was to put this stuff in the bow as I was making it, but as you can see, I didn't do that. So now we have to do it the other way, which is to incorporate it into the bow afterwards. So I'm just putting some glue on there and sticking it up underneath my ribbons. Let me get rid of this zip tie over here. So y'all, if you haven't joined my email list yet, check that out. There is a link up in the description for you to click on to put in your email address, and you can get notified whenever I go live. I only send out emails when I go live or if I have something really important to tell you. I don't spam you. I don't do any of that. So join my email list and you'll know whenever I put new items in my shop, because I do carry ribbons, signs, and wreath attachments in my shop. I just added a bunch of new ones last week, so check it out, wreathdecorbydawn.com. Alright, there's that one. And now we've got two of these, so I'll leave that there. Alright, let me wrap this around here. Make sure I'm not missing any comments. Hey, Brenda! Get rid of that. So, again, this was my black and white themed pumpkin, or supposed to be my black and white themed pumpkin. When we get done with this, we'll do a door hanger. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. Get rid rid of this metal piece here. There we go. I'm going to give this a little band. I better go this way with it. Sorry, I have the hiccups. This one's going to go up under here. Alright, I'm going to have to hold this one just for a minute so it doesn't fall over. There it goes. And bend that one that way. May not need two of those. Maybe we'll add it to the back of that one. Yeah, right there. Hold that in place. I don't want it to fall, so I got to hold it for just a second. Now you could take and put floral foam on top of this if you wanted to, but like I said, my goal was to do this in the bow, and then I forgot, so now I have to do it this way. This one's a little top heavy, I think. Let me see if I can get it to... Trying to blend it in with this other one, see if that'll help hold it up a little bit till the glue dries. That'll work, maybe. Maybe. There we go. Alright, then we've got our... Don't think I need these. We'll get rid of that. We've got our little white pumpkins here. Thank you. Let me get that off of there. Everything just wants to stick to me tonight. Must be the static in the air. Oh, no, stay there. Stay up there. Don't want to stay up. Wants to go limp. Can't have that. Alright, let me see about this pumpkin here. I'm going to poke a hole in the big pumpkin right next to this. Okay, right there. It's thick foam. Thick, thick, thick. We're just going to put some glue on that. I'm going to put it down in there. There we go. Now I got to bend it this way a little bit. I'm going to turn it around for you guys here in a second. There we go. That's better. Put that one there. And let's put one right here. And I think we will be done with this one. All right. Cut this off. Like I said, everything wants to stick to me tonight. Alright, and this one is going to be this way. And where's my hole? There it is. There we go. Awesome. Perfect. One there, one there. There we go. Can you all see that? I can't see if you can see that. Probably should have left my scarecrow a little bit taller, but that's alright. Now that I look at it on the screen there. These should be a little taller. But I am going to put this one in his lap. Possibly. If I can get my ribbons to move. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to take one of my floral stems that I saved. I want one with the little teeth on it, preferably. That'll work. I'm going to go right here in the side, poke a hole, put some glue on that, and put it in the hole there. Hopefully it's long enough. I should have checked that first. Alright, that's going to go right down in there. So I need my little pick. Poor guy, it's in his crotch. Alright, there we go. Put some glue on this. Turn that around. So it's going the right way. There we go. I should have done that, yeah. I should have put a little haystack underneath them. I can always take it off and redo that part. Hopefully. I don't know. I glued them in, so we'll see. Oh, I can lift him up a little bit. Here we go. Yeah, he can come up some. There we go. Trying to see if my... Yeah, that went in. Okay. I just want to make sure that pick went in that I just put in there. So let me cut off this extra piece under here. And then I'll just fill in underneath him. I'll get that little haystack that I have and see if I can fit that in here. If not, he could be sitting on a pumpkin or something. He has his little arm over here. There we go. Same on that side. There, that's better. He's sitting up now. So there we go. There's one. and put it on a candlestick. Glue that on there. I'm not going to glue it right now. And there we go. Cute little centerpiece. You can see I got to put something underneath his bum. But that goes on that black and white candlestick. And then you just put glue around the edge of your candlestick right here. And then I would put a glob in the center for it to make contact with too. And then there you go. Cute, cute, cute. We'll move it. Hopefully I don't knock it over. And if it's out of the way, then we'll go on to the next one. Alright, so I have these little pumpkin frames, grapevines. I have a couple of these. Now, the one year when we did have the show, last year we didn't have it, but the year before that, I actually gave away one of these as the door prize. So we're going to make a couple of these if I have time. Probably only get one of them done tonight. Alright, so these are fairly simple to do. Let me see which way I want it to go. I think I want it to go this way. I want the stem to go this way. So what I do with these is I get these, I've got these little picks here. I picked these up from the wholesaler. I'm spreading these open, getting all my picks moved around so that they're not all clumped up and that they're spread open. Alright, so there's two of these, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend the pick to go with the shape of my grape or pumpkin, whatever this thing is called. I don't need that much of the stem. Oh, that'll be nice to get out of lockdown, won't it? Alright, this one I bent too much. So I want these to crisscross so I can see where I have to attach them right here. So I'm going to cut this. Maybe I'm going to cut it. I might cut it right there. And then this one needs to be cut right here. Alright, there we go. So those are going to go on there like that, and then we're going to layer some other stuff on top of it. First, we got to make a bow. So this one, we're going to use, I think, these two ribbons. I was just going to use the one, and I still might, because I didn't like any of these other ones to go with it, but we'll see. Thank you very much. I kind of know what everybody was looking for, so, well, at least what they were looking for last time, I should say. We're going to do about a 10 inches tail. And again, I'm going to do about a 5-inch loop. It's just a little bit over 5 inches. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do 5 or so loops. Maybe 6. It's too long. So you guys got any plans for the first weekend of fall? I think we're going to go see our grandkids. My husband still hasn't seen the grandkids in South Carolina yet, so I think we're going to pop down there and see them. He's anxious to go see our daughter and grandkids. You know, now that she's got 3 in high school, they've got activities and stuff, so makes it hard for them to come up here right now. So yeah, he's excited to go see him. I'm excited to go see him. I haven't seen him since 4th of July weekend, I think. Or no, they were up here. I take that back. They were up here the week before Bob got home to help me when I did the porch. All right, let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 on each side here. That'll make a nice full bow. All right, let me see if I want to add this or not. I really don't know if I want to. Yeah, maybe I will. All right, so I did 3 loops with that one. Oh, I never cut this one off. All right, where are my zip ties? So I'm going to take my zip tie. Last weekend, we had a virtual baby shower for my niece. Well, some of us out here, we had to do it virtual. They had it out there in California for her. She's due in a couple weeks. So, of course, you know, not everybody could attend out there. So they did a Zoom so that we could all be there. So we're really excited about the baby coming. And then my nephew, her brother, they have a baby coming in January. So we got lots of babies coming now. So my sister is going to be a first-time grandma, which is about time. I mean, my oldest grandchild's 16, so it's about time that she catches up. All right, I'm going to tighten this. All right, so this is going to get zip tied down. Let's do that real quick, because then I want to put the bow on top of it. I'm going to use my smaller zip ties for this, because it's not going around a lot. Get some of these out. All right, let me make sure I've got these where I want them real quick. And that the spacing is good. It is. Well, I just moved it now. Right there. Thank you. Thank you. Right there. I want to make sure that my spacing is good. Right there. I'm just going to put one on here. So I'm going right around the frame, grabbing both of these here. Yeah, no, we didn't. I mean, they probably had the technology. It was never. I had a very old school doctor. You know, he didn't do all that modern stuff. I didn't know any better, so. But things sure have changed. Those 3D and all that stuff they can do now. 4D, whatever it is. So I'm just putting a couple more in here to hold this so that it doesn't wobble around. I don't want that happening. See how it bends and moves? I don't want that to do that. But I want to keep all my zip ties here. Well, hello from Rockport, Texas. Welcome. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You're so sweet. Make sure that one's... So that one's good, but this one is still wiggling. So we're going to put one more right here. And the bow's going to hide all this, so you're not going to see that. Exactly. Yeah, we didn't have it. Okay, so there's that. This one has to come up a little bit. Bend it back this way. All right, let me make sure. Yeah, it's kind of going down because I want to be able to see the stem here as much, if it at all possible with this on here. Maybe not. All right, let's get the bow on. Maybe it doesn't want to attach, but there we go. All right, now I'm going to take these. Let me see. Maybe not. I kind of like it without the pumpkin on it. Let me see. Let me see what it looks like first. I really don't like it with the pumpkin on there, so maybe we'll just use some of these other fillers. I'm going to have to fix this bow because there's a wrinkle in this. I'm going to have to see if I can steam it out. If I can't steam it out, then I'm going to have to change it. I don't like that. All right, let's see about putting some of these in. Yeah, I don't like the leaves. I'm going to take the leaves off. So I'm going to weave this in between here and up under my bow, right here. Maybe cut this down a little bit. I know it's hard for y'all to see what I'm doing because it's on the desk, but let me get this on and I'll show you. I'm trying to weave it in between everything. So I'm going to cut off right here because I don't need this part. Right there. And I'm going to zip tie this to the one I already laid down. So what I did was I took this one and I'm weaving it in between my other branches here so it looks like it's all blended in. But I also want it to be lifted a little bit. So I'm going to bend it up because I want to see it. I lost some of my berries there, but that's all right. So see, I put that in there. Let's give it another bend. This one's a little too flat. And then we will fill that in so that it's a fuller looking. Ooh, we're having thunder. So I'm going to do the same thing with the other side real quick, and then we'll be done with that. Also, if you want my supply list, I do have a list that I keep of all the supplies I use, like my tools, the ribbon racks, all of that stuff, my camera, my glue pot, everything I use in my shop or on my lives, I keep in a little list for you guys. And anybody that asks for it, I send them the link so they can go see it. It's got clickable links on it to where I bought the stuff. You can click on the link and go purchase it yourself. And I will cover up any of the mechanics in that you can see with leaves. So there's the back of it. So you can see the zip ties up top here. And then there's the front. Excuse the bow, I have to fix it, and then we're going to put something in the middle of it. I'm not sure what, but we're going to put something in there. Alright, so I'm going to take these and I'm just going to put glue on them, and I'm going to stick them up underneath my bow and in my bow. So this one's going to go here, up underneath this, and I want it to come over here. I don't want it to be flat. I want it to stand up. There we go. That pine cone's going to hold it in place for me. 2, 3. I want those 3 over there. So all of these I'm having face up so that they're sticking out. Which one's longer? I want the longest one. And then I'm going to take a couple of these. We'll be done here in just a minute. I know we're running a little late tonight, guys. I'll hold this up here for you guys in 1 second. I just want to decorate my bow. So this is pretty easy, pretty simple, something to do. You can sell these, you know, inexpensively, so you have a different price point for your shows. And that's what I'm looking for, is different price points. Those that can't afford a wreath or don't want a wreath, they want something small for an office door, a nursing home, child's room, things like that. So this is something you can put in your office. That one right there. Alright, now if we wanted to, we could take and put a little pumpkin in the center. Let me see if this looks like. So instead of putting those big pumpkins in, you could do this little one here in the center. Wish I had the little gourds, but I used all those. I don't know how I like that first. I gotta look at it first. That's cute. But see, these are cute little door hangers. You can put some twine on the back of it so you can hang it up on a wall. It'll lay flat against the door or a wall, or even on the side of the, you know, the outside of their porch. My tails are not going the right way. I need to pull them over here a little bit, but that's all right. We'll fix it. So.
Oh, thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments, and I'll get back to you tonight. Thank you. All right. Good night. Be safe. Be kind to one another, and have a wonderful weekend.